Ministers of the Environment within CARICOM have approved a framework for environmental and natural resources management. At the recently concluded 103rd meeting of the Council for Trade and Economic Development, COTED Environment, ministers agreed to the CARICOM Environment and Natural Resources Policy Framework. The framework focuses on areas such as biodiversity and ecosystems, building resilience to climate change, disaster risk reduction and management, sustainable energy, waste management, management of chemicals including hazardous materials, effective participation in international environment and sustainable development policy, and the green economy. With the framework now approved, the CARICOM Secretariat is tasked with facilitating the design of an action plan, an implementation strategy, and a resource mobilization plan. Speaking at the opening of the meeting, Mr. Joseph Cox, Assistant Secretary General for Economic Integration, Innovation and Development in the CARICOM Secretariat, underscored the importance of keeping issues on climate change and sustainable development at the forefront.
Indeed, for the developed countries, which remain the largest contributors to the greenhouse gas emissions, the operating maxim seemingly oscillates between drill baby drill and burn baby burn. Whereas for the region, our guiding principles remain enshrined in 1.5 to stay alive. This is particularly poignant as global warming represents an existential threat to our region. And whereas we have been advocating for mitigation measures that will limit the increases to 1.5 degrees Celsius, the sad truth is that on the trajectory prior to the war, temperatures were slated to increase by 2.7 degrees by 2050 or 3.1 degrees by the year 2100. Scientists say that even if the world hits the 2-degree goal in the 2015 Paris Climate Pact and the 2021 Glasgow Follow-up Agreement, that would still lead to higher seas, stronger storms, extinction of plants and animals, and more people dying from heat, smog, and infectious diseases.
Chair of the meeting, the Honorable Shawn Edward, Minister responsible for sustainable development in St. Lucia, expressed similar concerns. He urged his colleagues to recommit to the joint effort of safeguarding the fragile and unique resources of the Caribbean community.
We have always been and will continue to be at the front lines of climate change. Yet, in direct response to the Ukraine crisis, we are staring down the barrel of a heightened period of coal and oil production by major emitters, many who had indicated increased climate ambition. For those of us who believe the science, anything above 1.5 degrees temperature increase above pre-industrial levels would cause us serious concern, if not distress. The triple planetary crisis of climate change, pollution, and biodiversity loss, which when taken on their own impact our social and economic vulnerability, but when taken on the broader scale, are the main interlinked issues which demand integrated approaches to be addressed if there is to be any viable future for mankind.